Here we are at the Australian Open tonight as a guest, important guest.
Very important.
Rothenberg, very important. Ben Rothenberg, contributor of the New York Times.
Sure.
Did I say it correctly? Yes.
Good.
Okay, what was your impression of the day, first of all? I mean, were you surprised about the small Sibulkova beating Halep or of the Radwanska beating Azarenka?
Definitely Radwanska beating Azarenka. I mean, the first match I thought was kind of 50-50, and Halep played pretty badly. So when that became evident that's what was happening, I wasn't too surprised. But the way that Radwanska, who hasn't come close to winning a set in the last 12 sets against Azarenka, goes out, wins the first 6-1, then plays a not great second set, and then comes back to win the third 6-0. I didn't expect that from her at all.
So there are two messages, I think, that are coming from this tournament, because Wawrinka can lose 14 times in a row to Djokovic, and then you can win. Azarenka can lose to Radwanska after she has beaten 6 times in a row. And the third message is that you can even be very short, like Sibulkova, and you can still be a great player.
For sure.
Mean, so you don't need to be like Sharapova or Davenport or those big giants.
No, that's definitely true. And it's maybe a little lower bouncing court or something this year, the faster court, right in Sibulkova's strike zone, which is down about knee height for most of us, and it's turning out well for her.
Okay, we've been very gentlemen. We're talking first about ladies.
Always,
okay?
always.
You know, always.
Yeah.
But now we can go to the men,
Okay.
because there was an interesting day, of course. Nadal versus Dimitrov. Dimitrov, they call him baby Fed.
Right.
And today he showed that with the backhand, sometimes he's even better than Fed, because on the big top spin forehand of Nadal, he was able to counter-attack.
Yeah, no, I think that right now that's definitely something he has ahead of Federer. Even arguably at Federer's best, I think Dimitrov right now is level with that backhand side, if not better. I just don't think he quite has any Federer's court sense, and that's really what made Federer the great champion he was. And that'll come more with experience, but that's what I think set Federer apart more than his strokes and the strokes looking alike. It's just knowing what to do anywhere on the court.
Anyway, this is not. We are not talking anymore about the future when we talk about Dimitrov. I think we are talking about the present.
No, it's definitely very exciting for ATP to hype this guy so much, which they really have been doing a lot, and other people have been excited about him too. And now they get 7 of the top 8 in the quarters and Dimitrov, so it really makes him look like he belongs here, and they got it. They have to be excited about that.
At the same time, I don't think that the players we saw in this tournament were playing at their peak, at their best. I mean, I don't know if you agree. Djokovic wasn't the best Djokovic we have seen. Nadal has not been the best Nadal we have seen.
Yeah.
Murray, for different reasons, is not the best Murray. Maybe Federer is close to...
I think Federer is playing close to his best recently. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
not peak of 06, 07, but in the last couple years, definitely. I think he's playing as well as he did when he won Wimbledon in 2012. Obviously, it's a better surface for him there and not a terrible draw, although he did beat Djokovic and Murray there. And then I think Berdych is playing pretty close to his peak, and Wawrinka too. Nadal is not near his peak, but Nadal's B game still matches up pretty well with a lot of people's A game for sure.
Sure. So let's talk about tomorrow.
Okay.
We have Berdych versus Wawrinka. As you say, the two guys who are closer to their peak.
Yeah.
Wawrinka has won 6 times out of the last 7 versus Berdych. Last 3. So what do you think?
I would pick Wawrinka for this match just because he has the sort of night session big match stage experience in Australia of actually winning those matches recently, that against Robredo and against Djokovic here. Got 2 night sessions under his belt. Berdych hasn't played anything like that. Actually, the match against Ferrer was the first time he ever won in Rod Laver Arena in his career, which is pretty surprising for a guy who's been top 10 that long. So I would pick Stan, although I expect it to go at least 4 sets. At least.
And what about the women? Since 2 days, not because she overwhelmed our poor Flavia Pennetta, I say that Lina was my favorite. That I said before Azarenka lost today, so I even said more.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think?
I've exactly the same copy-paste for me. I was saying that she was probably the favorite before Azarenka lost. Maybe I think she had a better chance to get to the final just because not as tough a draw, and Sibulkova has played, I thought, Azarenka tough in the past, but now Lina is there. I think Bouchard has been playing pretty fearless tennis. She has she doesn't realize she's not supposed to be winning right now, and that's a powerful lack of knowledge to have, you can call. So, I think it's going to be closer maybe not close first set, close second set. We'll see what happens with that.
Even if it's not tomorrow, Nadal, Federer, who do you pick?
This is
That's
Federer.
tough,
This
huh?
might be Federer's last great chance to beat Nadal at a slam.
We always say it's the last great chance for Federer, but it goes on and on. He said tonight, it is since 2009 they're talking about myself. I should retire.
I'm not saying he should retire, but I'm saying he's coming in on a high. We're saying he's playing well, and we're saying Nadal's not playing well. And it's this court that's not playing slowly. Night session doesn't help him, the slower balls, but I think these are pretty good setup for Roger. He's healthy, he's happy, he seems at peace with the world. Could be good.
Could be good. And I want to thank Ben Rothenberg of the New York Times. He's very young, but he looks like he's very experienced. I don't know why.
You look just as young, Ubaldo, don't worry.
Thanks a lot. Yes, if I had your hair. Bye-bye.
Get
See
you a
tomorrow.
wig.